I've got things from silver saltbush to seaside daisies. We have a little bit of Artemisia or wormwood down here. Then we've got some native Australian ginger. And if we come all the way up here, we've got some Cape Barren tea, which is a beautiful plant that we use actually as a tea on our tea menu here. And then so here, how I've kind of orchestrated is so everything up the top is a little bit more hotter and drier, gets a little bit more sun, so more dry and hot climate species. And then as we kind of filter down, we start going through a little bit of coastal areas, and then we get through into the middle, we have more fragrant perennials. And then as we get further down the bottom, we get plants that are a little bit more shade loving. So, yeah.
Or you were saying sort of like, say, with your ferns and that?
Yeah, exactly. So down here we've got a mix of some different ferns, and a lot of these ferns, so we actually collect and we go to the forest to get some of the tips of the ferns, the fiddleheads, and some of the different roots from bracken ferns and a couple others. We also have down here as well some beautiful native Australian ginger, a little bit of salad burnet, which loves a little bit of shade as well, and then some other ginger varieties as well on the wall here. Yeah, everything on the wall is fed through on the like a water drip system. So I've got pipes, irrigation that go from the top and then down the bottom, and we water it once every 2 days or every day, depending on how much kind of.
One of the waiters was saying that it's all connected to Wi-Fi on the phone.
Yes,
as well.
exactly. Yeah, so it's actually connected to Wi-Fi, so I can check it wherever I'm in Australia or wherever I'm in the world.
Awesome.
If I was somewhere else in the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, the great thing is I can check it. So it's done through. I use a beehive system, that one. So yes, I can program it to water at different times of the day, or I can check how much it's watered, how many mils or how many liters is being given every day.
Wow.
Which is really good when you know. For this one, it's a little bit easier because it's inside. If it was in a wall outside, then you have to deal with more of the elements. So you got, temperature fluctuation a lot more than you've got either direct sun or more shade.
Wind,
Here, we've got a little bit of minimal sunlight from there, and then I've had to install some growing lights to be able to get enough sufficient growth from the plants. But as you can see, a lot of the plants, they're really growing and happy here. So most of the plants that were put in were about kind of this big or this big and have grown into the space.
What are the seaside daisies? Is it just the flowers that's edible?
Yeah, exactly. So the little seaside daisies, we just use the beautiful little flowers. This we actually collect kind of more wild, but it's on here for a little bit of kind of show and tell.
I knew that, yeah.
Up top here, just through there, we've got some beautiful curry leaf. We actually have some warrigal greens up here as well. And then this beautiful one here is a little bit of ginger geranium. Got a beautiful, if you just crush it slightly with your fingers, you get a beautiful scent of geranium. A scent of ginger.
That's nice. Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, but they're really good fun, and I think the fun thing about a vertical wall is there's so much. You have so many options and things to do. Obviously, you know what I mean. So it can be customized for what kind of ecosystem or plants that you want, dependent obviously on the climate you put it in. So obviously, if you put it outside in Melbourne weather, you can't be putting too many tropical plants and things like that.
Yeah.
And you need to be careful of whether you put perennials. You can't be putting too many annuals or biennials, because then you'll have it there for a couple of months
and then at other times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it is important to try and put plants that will be there all year round. Otherwise, you end up having too many gaps and holes on the wall, which ends up not looking as nice.
And just seeing down here with this fern down here, so I'll get the video in there. What of that would you?
With this one has got a little silver lady fern,
yes.
And this one we'd just be using the really young little shoots, and it has little starchy kind of tubers and roots on the bottom, which could be crushed, and actually you have to leach. These ones have a little bit of mild carcinogens in it, so you actually have to leach it out. But it's an old indigenous way of dealing with some of the toxins in some of the ferns. But we have a couple other things on here as well. This is really lovely. Some Vietnamese mint. So that you might find in a lovely little pho or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Fantastic. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this, and my students as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, anytime if you'd like to come on, you're more than welcome to bring them all in here. We can do a little walk through a talk and explain what's here.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Very welcome.
Cheers.